Have you ever had people in your life that are always complaining or moaning and groaning about things that are really unimportant just because they want to complain? I have people in it that I see regularly that I've learned to welcome them by saying good morning rather than how are you doing? And that's just kind of a habit I've made with these people because I know when I say good morning, they're going to have to say good morning back. And if I ask them, how are you doing? They're going to start off with every little complaint that is small and petty and pitiful and make their life out to be horrible, which I know is not the truth because nobody that I spent time with really, if their life was really that horrible, that would be the first thing out of their mouth rather than, any other conversation that we would have. So I always try to direct the conversation into what will be a more productive space. I'm not a therapist, by the way. I'm not that's not what I do. So, but I do spend a lot of time talking to people, and I have learned that there are some people that just choose to go down a path of, woe is me, pity me. And these are usually people who have very little in their life going on. And it's not that they have anything pitiful or horrible going on in their life. People that really have bad things going on in their life are not often the people that are complaining about it. Look at this view. I always can change my thoughts by thinking about where I live and that sort of thing. And so when I talk to people who always initiate conversations with negativity, I try to redirect their thoughts and I don't know. People complain about like how close other people park to their cars. They complain about, one person that gets a ride and then complains about how the driver was a horrible driver and was being loudmouthed or was a reckless driver. It's just craziness. It's like, just stop it then. Don't do that then. Don't take a ride with that person. Well, no, it's convenient to get a ride with that person. Well, then stop complaining about it. That person's giving you a free ride, so stop complaining about it. That's all there is to it. But some people just like to complain. I don't know. I do hear people, like way too many people who do complain like that, and I don't understand it. But I guess I just don't live in that mindset. I have chosen to live in a mindset where I feel gratitude for everything. Everything. Look at this view. And maybe it's because I come to these beautiful views constantly and see the magnitude of the earth and the universe and my little small itty bitty part in all of it. I feel grateful. All I feel is gratitude. And I wish that everyone felt gratitude. I did get a boost this week because I had one person that I saw this week that said that I was their cheerleader. And I said, what do you mean by that? And they said, well, I get really down in the dumps, and after I see you, I always feel so much better because I feel like you're my cheerleader. You're always on my side, and you're always trying to remind me to look at the other side of the coin, or that the glass is half full, or there's something good to look forward to. And that's got to be the best compliment I've ever gotten, probably, in my life. I'm really grateful for that. And I hope that I can always be someone who is grateful for my life and grateful for what goes on in my life, even if it gets difficult. But I'm not talking about people who are dealing with really difficult challenges. Actually, the person that said I was their cheerleader is somebody who has been struggling with cancer for 2.5 years. Winning the battle, but still having great struggles. So, that it's life isn't easy. Life is never easy. And we need to remember that life is difficult. F. Scott Peck says life is difficult. But the moment we start acknowledging that life is difficult, we acknowledge that, then life starts becoming much more easy to deal with. So, there's that. That was on my mind today. I guess I was just needed to vent. And I appreciate you. I'm out here. You know what? When I made this video, I got muddy. I got rained on. It was raining. It was muddy. And I was a mess by the time I finished it. But I was so happy to be there and so glad to see this beautiful sight. And I felt great gratitude. This was grounding for me today. Incredibly grounding. And I loved it. And I appreciate you for listening, being here with me today. Maybe gaining something. Maybe you'll put something in the comments that I will learn from. That would be my greatest gift. Love you.